I can't imagine my childhood without taking our annual trip to Conneaut, Ohio, with my family and cousins. Every year in June, right after school ended, we'd embark on a 7-hour journey to see my grandmother and great-grandmother. None of us wanted to bother my grandma with the constant chaos, so all 11 of us crammed into a 3-bedroom cottage that my mom's cousin owned. We didn't mind. It was right on Lake Erie, and I've got some of the best sunset pictures now. We had our own private beach for a week and collected beach glass until our pockets were filled. Sometimes our families would go closer to the 4th of July and light fireworks in the backyard because it was so big. We had a Roman candle war, which you can imagine didn't turn out well. My brother broke his arm falling off an ATV. We went jet skiing and had constant wrestling wars in Lake Erie. As we started to get older, the cottage didn't feel the same. My older cousins and brothers got jobs and couldn't come anymore. My mom and aunt couldn't always coordinate the right week to leave because of work, and ultimately life happened. My younger brother and I were always close with my cousins, closer to our ages, so it felt normal for a while. Everything started to change for us when we got our first jobs. The beach mostly washed away due to erosion, so it made it nearly impossible to find beach glass. Not to mention the stairs were half gone because of the winter and storms. There wasn't much to do in a small town except play in the water all day and search for beach glass, but as kids it didn't matter to us. Now we struggle to find something to occupy us for a couple of hours. I still find time to go to Ohio, mostly because I want to feel the same I did when I was younger, but it usually doesn't work out that way. It's understandable that because we're older, it's a lot harder to find things to occupy our minds without the help of a phone. My cousins and I always try to because we don't want to ruin the memories we have by being bored all of the time. McClay talks about this feeling in Why Place Matters. He writes, "Our minds and hearts are burdened by the weight of uprooted and disconnected memories, which can no longer be linked to any visible or tangible place of reference in the world outside our heads." I take this to mean that we as humans have to constantly relive good memories in our heads because we won't experience those same memories again. As we try to recreate them in our minds, it gets sad because we know that ultimately we cannot experience it without the same emotions again. I can relate to this because for a long time I would wonder why I didn't get the same feelings in Ohio as I did when I was younger. It's hard to accept the reality of the situation, but I also didn't want to ruin the memories I had already stored. It also talks about how it is a huge part of life. Our perception on places changes as we grow and go through life. I agree with him. There was a small cliff with a stream running through it by the lake, and my brothers would jump to the other side just for fun. I remember I wanted to as well and made my older brother stand on the other side so he would catch me if I fell. I look at the cliff now and realize just how small it is, and I probably didn't even need him to stand there. What I once thought was a huge scary stream that I wouldn't be able to jump over, I now see as child's play. As a child, I saw it as my week of complete bliss and paradise. We got to do whatever we wanted, within reason, of course. Conneaut isn't anything special to a lot of people. It's nothing like LA. The population of Virginia Beach is about 36 times bigger than the population of Conneaut. It didn't matter to us because we all had each other to keep company. But because of the memories I made there, it would always seem like New York City to me.